Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, Subhanallahil Azim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khayr wa bika nasta'in. Allahumma ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, one more time. Okay, so inshallah we will review quickly from the last class, and then I'm sure we just worked on the one of the du'as of knowledge in the last class. Most of you already know that, but we were just trying to make the makharij proper and to read that dua with proper tajweed. Alhamdulillah. So I'm sure all of you must be working on that. And today, inshallah, we will work on the second dua, and the dua before we in salah, when we start the salah after the takbir, what the dua we say. Inshallah, we will work a little bit on that, and then we will move on with our makharij, inshallah. So, okay, so we did some part which did the introduction of makharij. Everybody can see my screen? Okay, so these are some of the review questions. I think we can open the mics as well. I want all of you to participate, inshallah. So first, just for the review, it's not a test or exam. Inshallah, just a quick review, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy all as well. So first question I want to ask you, what is al-isti'adha? We did this in last two classes. Yeah. If anybody wants to say something, then you can, I think, also say participate, and you can write as well. System, yeah, A'udhu Billah, yes. Jazakallah khair, mashallah. Seeking protection from shaitan. Isti'adha means A'udhu Billahi minash shaitani rajim. Okay. The next thing, just a quick question, said if you get an important call from doctor's office while you are reading Quran, you're reciting Quran and you got a call, so and you have to pick up, you have no choice. So after you finish talking, is it necessary to say al-isti'adha? That's my question. We did this last time. Yes. Okay. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Yes, it is necessary that if we are, for suppose I told you about different scenarios. If you're eating or something, somebody came and talked to you, or you got a phone call, then due to the interruption, you would say, you have to say, it is recommended that you say al-isti'adha again. What tell me, what if you sneeze or cough by accident, you are sneezing, then still you have to say isti'adha? It's not in the question. No. Yes. Yes. No. If you're sneezing or coughing, then you don't have to say isti'adha. You can continue reading. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, we discussed about al-lahan. What is al-lahan? I told you. But do we say bismillah? No, Sister Mahjabeen. You just continue reading. If you are, like, for suppose you have flu, you are coughing, or just once you are sneezed, if just once, then it's okay, you keep reading. You don't say isti'adha or basmala. Okay, what is al-lahan and how many types of al-lahan? Who would like to say? Lahan means mistake. Yes, alhamdulillah, the mistakes we make in Tajweed. Yes, in reading. There are two types of lahan, two types of mistakes. Yes, anybody remembers the name? Do you remember? Who else is with us? Only Sister Mahjabeen and Mashal are participating. Anybody else? Sister Fariha, Sana, or Sister Zahida? Who wants to answer? Yes. MashaAllah. MashaAllah, barakallahu feek. Yes, lahne jali and lahne khafi. Lahne jali are the major mistakes, and they're like the haram mistakes. And lahne khafi are the minor mistakes. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khairan kathira. Okay, next question is, if someone skips the idgham while reading, what type of al-lahan is this? If somebody is reciting the Quran, and idgham is, inshallah, later we will learn in detail what is idgham, means like to merge. So if somebody is reading and in between the words they skip the idgham, what kind of mistake it is? Is it lahne jali or lahne khafi? Mr. Mahjabeen said it's Lahn Jali and haram mistake. Sister Maryam said, and Sister Mishal said, is it, Sister Mizal is asking, is it Lahn Khafi? Should I tell you? Yeah, no, it's not Lahn Jali. It's not a haram mistake, okay? It's Lahn Khafi. I gave the example last time. If you look at your notes, and if you go through the slides after the class, you will see all detailed notes. It's not Lahn Jali, it's Lahn Khafi. Okay, Lahn Jali, it means haram mistakes are those mistakes. When we make those mistakes, we change the meaning of Quran. We skip the letters. Okay, so those are the haram mistakes, the Lahn Jali. But skipping the idgham is not a haram mistake. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, so the next question is, the singular of articulation points is called what? Any idea? Articulation points, we say kharaja, makhraj. Oh, mashallah, mashallah. Barakallahu feekum. Yeah, makhraj. Makhraj or makhraj. Makharij is the plural, articulation points. And singular is makhraj. Yes, mashallah. All of you are genius, mashallah. Good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, how many major areas there are that we say the, how many major areas are there that have within them different articulation points? Yes, 5 major areas. Alhamdulillah. Later I will ask you which ones are those. And how many total makharij? 17, mashallah. Barakallahu feek, mashallah. And how many articulation points and letters the tongue has? How many makharij in the tongue and how many letters come out? Yes, Mr. Mahjabeen, mashallah, very quick answers. Yeah, the tongue, subhanallah, it has 10 makharij and 18 letters we say from those articulation points. Subhanallah. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay, last question. How many makharij of throat and how many letters come out from those places? From the throat. 3 makharij and 6 letters. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakumullahu khairan kathira. All of you are good, mashallah. Just these are the major, small, like the major points that we have covered in the last class that I wanted to review. And inshallah, we will move on. Inshallah, we start with the dua. Okay. Last time we did the first dua. That is, I will share this thing, inshallah. Okay. First we will do the dua and then we will move on to the Tajweed rules, inshallah. So this, everybody can see my screen. First dua we did. First say, all of you say together this dua. This is the dua of Musa alayhi salam in Surah Taha. Rabbi shrah li sadri. Okay, focus on each makhraj, each letter. Rabbi shrah li sadri. وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِّسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. Okay, like that. Slowly read, always read slowly. Okay, I want me to zoom it. Is it okay now? Can you see the screen now? Is it okay? Or should I do more? Okay. Okay, so this is the dua that we have covered last time. And inshallah, every time I told you that like this week the kids were having exams or somebody's mic is open. Can you please kindly turn off your mic? Jazakallah khair. Okay, so this dua is, mashallah, this dua is very powerful. Subhanallah, make it a habit to say this dua every time. If you, doesn't matter, you're writing an exam, you're working in an office, or you're going to college or university, you're having interaction with your neighbors. This dua is very beautiful. So make a habit to say this dua, inshallah. Now we move on to the second one. Second dua is also it's a dua of Musa alayhi salam. It's also in Surah Taha. The dua is Rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, Rabbi. The mostly what mistake people do, they stretch the ba. They say Rabbi. No, don't stretch the Rabbi. You're adding the ya with the ba. Okay. A lot of times it's very common. I've heard people they stretch the Rabbi. Okay, and they skip the ni, like the ya with the noon. Rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, zidni. Don't say zidni ilma. Don't make the ni shorten. Rabbi zidni ilma. And the ayn, focus on the ayn. Okay, just say this dua a few times. Rabbi zidni ilma. And then so in the end, inshallah, if you have time, I will listen to all of you for this dua, inshallah. Okay, now we will move on to our next part of our lesson, inshallah. Okay, there's just a tip. I wrote it down here in my notes. I wanted to share with you all because since we are learning about the makharij, so there's a how to find the correct articulation point of a letter. The makharij, where exactly which part of our tongue we use, or where on in our mouth should we touch the lips, or so. In order to find out the correct makharij or the correct articulation point of a letter, the teachers usually teach us different ways. So there are several ways to pinpoint, but there are two are very common. The most common is that mostly all the teachers tell us that whichever letter you want to find out the makhraj, make that letter sukoon. Okay, there is without any vowel sound, make a sukoon on that letter, and before that letter put a hamza with any haraka, like for suppose hamza with a fatha, or hamza with a kasra, or hamza with a dhamma. Whatever you want, put hamza with the fatha or kasra or dhamma and the original letter, make it sukoon and then say it. Okay? And the second tip is the second way to find out the correct makhraj is to put the shadda on the letter. That is even better. That is I was practicing that this way is much easier. When you put a shadda on a letter and then you say it, of course, like before the letter, you have to put a hamza with a fatha or kasra or dhamma. For suppose you want to find out the makhraj of lam, then you put the shadda on the lam, and before the lam there is a hamza with a fatha. Al-la. So when your tongue, where your tongue it stops when you pronounce that letter, and the first one, that is the makhraj of the letter. I hope you understand. This is a small tip I wanted to share with all of you. And the first one I told you. So there are two ways to find out the makhraj of a letter. One is to put a sukoon on that letter, and before that letter there's a hamza with any vowel. And the second way is to put a shadda on the letter, and before that letter there is a hamza with any vowel. So then when you pronounce the letter and you hear the sound, and when where the sound cuts off, that is the articulation point. Okay, everybody is with me? Okay, everybody can see the screen now? Okay, so we move on to the next part. Okay, so we learned in the last class that there are 5 major areas that we use and from them there are all the letters come out, and there are 17 makharij. So the first part we are going to learn is the empty space in the throat and mouth. That is called, in Arabic it is called al-jawf. Okay, al-jawf, the empty space in the throat and mouth. So, okay, the al-jawf has one articulation point, and the letters that we use, that come out from this articulation point are the lengthened letters. I told you in the last class as well. And what are the lengthened letters? We, in Arabic term, we call it mad letters. Mad letters that we stretch them to counts. And what are those letters? They are alif with a sukoon preceded by a letter with a fatha. Okay? So if there is a alif, you see there is a alif without any haraka, and before there is a letter, any letter with a fatha on it, then we stretch it to count. And that sound comes from the al-jawf, the empty space in the mouth and throat. Or suppose you say ba has a fatha and after there is a alif with no haraka, with no vowel sound, then how you gonna say it? Ba. Or there is a alif with a fatha and thereafter there is a alif without any vowel, you say it ah. Okay, ah. Try to say it. You're not using your tongue, you're not using your teeth, it's just the empty mouth. It's basically the sound, and when the sound stops, then it's the letter is finished. In other letters, for suppose you're saying noon or lam or meme, you're using, in the meme you're using your lips. So in the lam you're using your tongue. And when you say those specific letters, when they finish, you have to, there's a specific area you use to say those letters. Okay? But in case of the lengthened letters, the mad letters, you are not using any specific area of your mouth or your throat. It's just the sound. So alif, the first letter is the alif mad. The second one is the waw mad. So waw with a sukoon preceded by a letter with a dhamma. That is also the second sound, which is oo. Okay, oo. It's just the sound. You're making your lip circle, but you're not using your tongue. Okay, oo. And then the third one is the ya with a sukoon preceded by a letter with a kasra. E. Okay, a, e, oo. So this is it clear to everybody? The empty space, the al-jawf we are using, it has only one makhraj. There is only one articulation point which is used to say the mad letters, the lengthened letters. Any questions so far? Everybody is okay with that? You got it? Just write something okay, or if you have any questions. Yes, alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay. So remember this thing. Inshallah, in next class, I will again do a small quiz. Inshallah. Okay. So we covered so far. I'll show you the picture again, just to show the 5 major areas. Okay. Remember this one we did last time? Okay. Al-jawf. Okay. Al-halaq, the throat. Al-lisan, the tongue. Al-shafatan, the lips. And al-khayshun. These are the 5 major areas. So we have done now al-jawf, the empty space of the throat and the mouth. It has only one articulation point, and we use it for the lengthened letters, the mad letters. Now we move on to the second major area. Second major area is al-halaq, the throat. Okay, the throat, al-halaq. As you all said, I told you in last class as well, and you know, all of you know, mashallah, that there are 3 articulation points. Okay, there are 3 articulation points, and 6 letters come out from these 3 articulation points. What are these articulation points? Aqsa al-halaq, Wast al-halaq, and Adna al-halaq. Okay, number 1 is the Aqsa al-halaq. Aqsa al-halaq is the deepest part of the throat, that is closer to our chest and farthest from our mouth. Okay? Aqsa al-halaq, Aqsa means the farthest part, the farthest. The So aqsa al-halaq is the, again I'm saying, is the deepest part of the throat, which is the farthest part from the mouth and closest from the chest. And if we use this part of our throat to say two letters, Hamza and Ha, these ones. Okay, Hamza and Ha. When you say the Ha, you will feel that, you know, from your chest, from inside, close to your chest, there is the sound coming. Okay, when you say the Ha, you say it's not Ha. The air doesn't come. Okay, the sound, the solid sound comes. Hamza and Ha. These two letters come out from the aqsa al-halaq. The second part is wast al-halaq, the middle of the throat. Wast means middle. So the middle part of the throat, again we say two letters from this part, which are, these two letters are Ain and Ha. Okay, these Ain and Ha. Yes, Mr. Zaida. When we put our hand on the chest, we can feel the Ha sound. You're right, absolutely right. You don't have to put your finger or your hand on the throat. You just put it on your chest and you will feel it. You feel the heaviness. Okay, it's not a heavy letter, but you feel that sound coming from your chest. From the wastul halaq, the middle part of your throat, the Ain and Ha comes. Now this Ha is different from Ha. This is also a very common mistake usually people do, that they mix up the Ha with the Ha. Okay, so we have to make that very, very clear. Otherwise, what we are going to do? We are going to do the lahne jali, the haram step. And Ain often get mixed up with the Hamza or Alif sound, because people usually, just like when you say A'udhu billah, A'udhu. So Alif and Ain are coming together. They're beside each other. So people always, most of the time, people make mistake. They say A'udhu. Okay, A'u. No, it's not A'u. It's A'udhu. Okay, A'udhu. Just take time. Always I stress on this thing, that read everything, whatever you're saying, even our Isti'adha or Bismillah, read it slowly, so you can go to that makhraj and say that letter properly. Okay, A'udhu, like that. Okay, practice it again and again. And same way, Ha is different from Ha. They are very close. Aqsa halaq and wastul halaq, of course, they are very close to each other. It's both are the parts of halaq. That is why we get mixed up, but it needs a lot of practice, inshallah. And then the third part is adnal halaq, the closest part from our mouth, the closest part of the throat, which is closest to the mouth and it's farthest from the chest. And again, two letters we use to this part to say these two letters, Ghain and Kha. Ghain and Kha. Both of them are heavy letters. We have to make the heavy sound. Ghain, Gha, Gha. Remember, just like the way people do gargle, Gha, Gha, Gha. That sound should come. Okay, Ghain. These two letters, same makhraj. That's why often, because I teach kids as well, so they switch the Kha sound with the Ghain or Ghain sound with the Kha. No, you have to be very careful. The Kha sound, that Kha should come, and the Gha sound, that Gh sound should come. Okay, Ghain and Kha, and both of them are heavy letters. This is the thing I wanted to share. The other four letters that I mentioned, Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, these are the light letters. But the Ghain and Kha, we have to make them heavy. Heaviness we should bring. Okay. So this, up till here, we covered the two major areas. So far, any question from anyone? Inshallah, we will practice the words as well. Inshallah. So everybody can get the chance to say to practice these makharij, to practice these letters, inshallah. But so far, any question from anyone? These are just the basic. I'm sure some of you are already learning Tajweed or learned already from somewhere, so you know all these makharij and everything. Alhamdulillah. But if anybody is new, then it's new for you. If I want to check makhraj of Hamza, okay. If you remember, I told you in the beginning that Hamza and Alif is the same. They are considered one letter, Alif or Hamza, okay, because they have the same sound. It took me long to understand ha makhraj, ha or ha, Sister Zaida. Ha, yeah, there are two. If you look in the, I'll show you the. I wanted to share the. Just a second. Yes, Sister Majidun. Yeah, I'm just showing you the Arabic alphabets. Okay. Your question first. Yeah, if you want to check the makhraj of Hamza, yeah, put Hamza with the fatha in front of Alif or Hamza. Like first one is sukun and the other one is excuse me. Other one is having a vowel sound. So you see, so Alif, when we say the Alif or Hamza, excuse me. The Alif is, yeah, the makhraj of Hamza, sorry, yeah, the makhraj of Hamza is aqsa al-halaq, ha, Hamza, ha, Hamza, Hamza. When you say Hamza, you put the Alif with the fatha in front of the Hamza. Okay, you got it? It took me, so I will put Hamza first. Yes, alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's what I was showing you. The different all the Arabic letters for sister Zahida. When you look at all the letters, see the ha and the ha. Okay. First of all, they look totally different when you look at these letters. If you look in the Mus'haf, you will see them. You see different words, and that is why the makhraj is different. The ha is said with the air, and the sound both comes. But with the ha, only the sound comes. Okay. Inshallah, after the makharij, when we will learn the sifat means the qualities of the letters. When we will learn the sifat of the letters, then we will deeply understand how they are different, how we differentiate between these makharij and these letters, inshallah. Okay. Inshallah. So far these are clear for us. Alhamdulillah. I was just so the one I wanted to share with you, this one, yeah, the mud letters. I wanted to practice with you all the mud letters. The one we use, the one we say these letters from al-jawf. Okay. For suppose the first line, can you see, all of you can see this one? The letter Sad with the alif mud. So we're going to lengthen that letter and saw. For the Sad, we are using our tongue, but not for the alif, not for the mud sound. Just a second. Okay. Can you see now, sister? This one? Okay, alhamdulillah. Yeah. So this one I wanted to show in the Al-Jawf slide when we were learning Al-Jawf. Yes. This one I showed you. Okay. So now we can practice when we say saw. Okay, the sound, that is basically we are using the Al-Jawf. Okay, saw, su, si. Okay, the E sound that is coming from the Al-Jawf. Now the next one is the, du, the. The lengthening sound is coming from Al-Jawf. Okay, so the rest of the things we can practice inshallah from this Tajweed. For the inshallah at the end I will tell you that for the references, that for practice I will give you the names of the books so that you can practice at home inshallah. And in the last class I also asked for the groups. Some of you mentioned that they are interested if we will make a separate time for a group, like in person classes. When we have the classes in person, there is a separate time for group practice. So online classes also they do it. They provide the facility that in a separate time everybody can get together and we can have groups so that every person, every student can recite to the teacher or the group leader, and then they can practice. So inshallah later we are going to start that as well. So for that inshallah I will remind you all later inshallah. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So we have covered Al-Jawf and Al-Halaq, throat. This is the summary, just to summarize the throat letters. Here it shows the picture of the throat. Okay, the top throat, the middle throat, and the bottom of the throat. Okay. Okay. So the third major area that we use, the third makhraj that we use to say the left letters is al-lisan, the tongue. Okay. And as I told you before, it has 10 articulation points and 18 letters. We use this place to say those 18 letters. Okay. Yeah. So what are the different areas of the tongue? Just like the throat, we have 3 different areas in the throat. In the same way, there are 4 areas of the tongue that are used. These 10 articulation points are basically, they are distributed over 4 areas of the tongue. And what are these 4 areas? The deepest part of the tongue, like at the back, that is closest to the throat, very end of our tongue, that is called aqsal lisan. Aqsal lisan is the deepest part that is closest to the throat and farthest from our teeth, like it's far. And the second one is the wastal lisan, the middle part of the tongue, the middle of our tongue. And then the edges, the sides of our tongue, they are called hafatul lisan. Hafa means the sides, the corners or the sides. Okay, the sides of the tongue, that also we use to say some letters, and that is called hafatul lisan. And the last one is tip of the tongue. It's called tarful lisan. Tarf, the tip, the very front, the part of the tongue that is farthest from our throat and closest, very close to our lips, that is the tip of our tongue. So these are the 4 articulation points that we use to say different the 18 letters inshallah. Is it too much for you for this class, or alhamdulillah? So these are, now we are going to discuss inshallah. This is going to take a little bit time, but inshallah we will go slowly and discuss all these points, that these 4 areas of our tongue. We have divided it. Look at this chart. Okay, the 5. First is I told you the aqsal lisan, the back of the tongue. Okay, the closest from the throat. It has 2 specific makharij, and 2 letters come out from this area. Okay, so total how many? I told you in the beginning how many makharij in lisan? How many makharij in the lisan, in the tongue? No, 10. Yes, alhamdulillah. There are 10 makharij of the tongue, al-lisan. It's okay, sister, it's okay. Yeah, so one by one we are going to discuss all these 10 makharij and 18 letters. Okay, yeah, I know there are different numbers and different parts, so many things get mixed up, so we all get mixed up, but alhamdulillah, we slowly with practice, inshallah, we will remember. Yeah. So first part of the lisan is the aqsal lisan, the back of the tongue. The aqsal lisan has 2 makharij, and 2 letters come out from those 2 makharij. Those letters are qaf and kaf. Qaf and kaf. Okay? The qaf is a heavy letter and the kaf is a light letter. Ka. Very clear, like just like in English we say clear, that's how is the kaf makhraj. Okay, and the qaf is a heavy letter. Okay, I will just keep it up till here. In the next class also I will tell you about the heavy letters, and when we say the heavy letters, what do we do. So I think, because I don't want to go give you too much knowledge or too much stuff, then you're gonna forget it. So the more we practice and slowly we go, so then inshallah it will be good, inshallah. So for just up till today, because we have to inshallah we have to practice that dua as well. I want you all to memorize that dua, inshallah, in next 2 classes, 2 or 3 classes, including today, 3 classes. Okay, so then we can learn, inshallah, we can utilize this time and we can memorize and learn more and more du'as, inshallah. So the first dua we will, because it's 7:43, we have like 15, 16, 17 minutes. So just the makharij part, I will keep it up till here. Again, I will go back where I started today. The tip I gave you already to how to find the correct articulation point. There are 2 ways. First, you put the sukoon on the letter, and before you put any letter with not any letter, before that letter you put alif or hamza with any vowel. That's how, when you say that letter, the sound, when the sound cut off, that is the articulation point. For suppose I want to know the articulation point of ba, letter ba. So what I'm going to do, before the ba, I will put the sukoon on the ba, and before the ba I will put a hamza with the fatha. Okay, how I'm going to say it? Ab. So what I did, I closed my lips, I touched my both lips, and then I leave that there. So ab, b. So that is the makhraj of ba. And the second method to find out the articulation point is to put a shadda. That is even better. If you put a shadda on a letter, and before that letter you put a fatha or any vowel on hamza, and then when you say that letter, for suppose the letter lam, you want to find the makhraj of lam, you put a shadda on it, and before the lam you put a hamza with a dhamma or a fatha. There is a fatha on the hamza. How you say it? Allah, al-la. When the first time you stop al, that is the makhraj of lam. Your tongue is going up, is touching the roof behind your teeth, top teeth. That is the makhraj of lam. Okay, is it clear? It's very easy way. Keep practicing at home. Keep practicing with different letters. And then we started the different major areas. So al-jawf, first one we learned about al-jawf, that has only 1 makhraj and 3 lengthened letters. They come out from that place: alif mad, waw mad, and ya mad. Okay, that is this. Basically, it's the sound. We are not using any specific part or specific space in the mouth. It's just the sound that is coming out, and for that sound, we are using al-jawf. So that has only one makhraj, al-jawf. Then we learned about al-halaq, the throat. Al-halaq has three parts, three articulation points, and 6 letters come out from those articulation points. Aqsa al-halaq, that is the deepest part, and hamza, ha, that comes out from aqsa al-halaq. The second one was wastul halaq, the middle part of the throat, and 2 letters come out from that articulation point. Those 2 letters are ain and ha. Okay, and the third articulation point is adna al-halaq, the closest part of the throat, and 2 letters are ghain, kha. Okay, so that we covered 2 major areas. Then this is the summary of those 6 letters. And then the third major area is al-lisan, the tongue. And the tongue has 10 articulation points and 18 letters. So the tongue is divided into 4 parts: aqsa al-lisan, wastul lisan, hafat al-lisan, and tarf al-lisan. Deepest part of the tongue, middle of the tongue, the edges or sides of the tongue, and tip of the tongue. So these 4 parts, inshallah, we will study in depth that how and from where which letters we say. So just a glimpse I gave you. The first part, the aqsa lisan, is the back part, the very back, the farthest part of the tongue. It has 2 makharij and 2 letters. 1 letter come out from each makharij, that is qaf and kaf. Qaf is the heavy letter and kaf is the light letter. So far we'll just keep it up till here, and inshallah we'll move on to our dua. We will practice it a few times so that inshallah it will help us memorize it, inshallah. Just a second. Yeah, just everybody can see the dua. Small portions, we will read it again and again, over and over again. Yes, alhamdulillah. Okay, you can see my screen. Okay, so this is the dua that we say after the takbir, supplication at the start of the prayer. Before we say Surah Fatiha, alhamdulillah, before that surah we say this supplication after we say Allahu Akbar. So this dua is Allahumma ba'id. Okay, Allahumma ba'id, ba'id, ayn, make the ayn clear, and the dal has a bouncing sound, ba'id, like that. Just a second. Yeah, Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya. Okay, Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya. Allahumma, when you know the meaning, then it's very easy for all of us to memorize the dua. Okay, when we are saying the dua and we are thinking about the meaning in our heart, then it's very easy for us, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, it will be easy to memorize and say the dua. So Allahumma means, oh Allah. Ba'id, ba'id bayni. Bayni is between me. Ba'id, distance, make a distance. Distance me from my sins. I'm just showing you the meaning here. Oh Allah, distance me from my sins, just as you have distanced. Wa bayna khatayaya. Bayni, between me. Wa bayna, and between khatayaya, my sins. Okay. Oh Allah, distance me from my sins. Kama, as, ba'atta, as you distant. Ta means you. Ta, ba'atta, as you distant. Bainal mashriqi, between al-mashriq, the east, wal maghrib, and the west. Okay, just this portion we are going to memorize today. Small portion we will cover, so that by the end of the 3rd class, inshallah, we will memorize the whole dua. Is it okay with all of you? Are you saying it with me? I can turn on the mics, inshallah. Sister Nayab can do that, inshallah. Sister Nayab, I want all of you to say this with me. And yeah, Sister Nayab, Jazakallah khair. One person say the dua with me, repeat, like you say it to me. First, let me just say it one more time, up till wal maghrib, okay? Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriqi wal maghrib. Okay, like that. Oh Allah, distance me from my sins, and say it slowly. Okay.
Hello? Can you turn the volume off for 1 second?
Me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Allahumma ba'idni bayni wa bayna khataya
No, say it again please. Allahumma ba'id bayni.
Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriqi wal maghribi.
Alhamdulillah. You can say wal maghribi or wal maghrib, because when we're stopping, yeah, that both are fine. MashaAllah. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallah. Okay, who's next?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatwayaya kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriqi wal maghribi.
Yeah, are you Sister Sana?
No, Maryam.
Maryam, okay. Sister Sana is writing. Okay, Maryam, can you say it again? When you said Allahumma ba'id bayni, stretch it to. Can't remember when I was telling you in the beginning that if we don't stretch the haraka, or we do if we are not supposed to do, then it makes a difference. You make the change in the meaning. Okay, so you stretch bayni wa bayna khatayaya like this. Say again, please.
Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatwayaya kama ba'adta
yeah,
كما بعدت بين المشرق والمغرب.
MashaAllah, good, MashaAllah, Barakallahu feekum. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Try to memorize it. Say these two lines again and again, then you can. And the reason we say you are saying you are saying the dal, but look at the word ba'atta. There is a small circle on the dal. All of you can see. Yeah. So whenever this small circle you see on any letter, it means that letter is silent. We don't say that letter. Okay. It is a rule in the recitation. Whenever this small circle you see on any letter, it is you skip that sound. So we are connecting the ayn with the ta. Ba'atta. Okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah. Yes. Yeah, Sister Sana now, who's there?
Sister Sana, would you like to try again?
Yes, you're right, Sister Zahida. Yeah, when we stretch that, like most of the teachers say that you stretch, like you open two fingers and then close them. Or maybe like some teachers say you stretch it 2 seconds. Just give them the length of 2 seconds. How the time of 2 seconds, that much how long you stretch that letter. But yeah, Sister Mahjabeen, I just explained what is that. Did you listen what I said? The dal has a small circle on it, so that whenever you see in the Quran, in the Mus'haf, there is a small circle on a letter, then that letter is silent. We don't say it. So same thing here. Yeah, so we are connecting the ayn with the ta, ba'atta. There is no shadda here. Maybe it's I don't know, but that is the way how we are saying this word. Very beautiful dua. Read very slowly and keep the meaning in your mind. Because when we read the salah, that is why it is recommended and prescribed that we should have the most khushu in the salah. And how we can attain the khushu? When we know what we are saying. The salah is the actually meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So feel that thing that we are standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I'm talking to Allah. I'm talking to my Lord and I'm saying, I'm asking Allah, oh Allah, make a distance between me and my sins as you have made the distance between the east and the west. So feel that thing and memorize the meaning and the dua. Okay? Yes, Sister Zaida, you want to go ahead? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, sister.
Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayn.
You're reading very fast, sister. Yeah, don't go very fast because then you are stretching and skipping the letters. No? Allahumma ba'id. Ma, don't stretch the ma. Allahumma. Ma is one count. Ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya.
Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya kama ba'adtu bayna al-mashriqi wal-maghrib.
Kama ba'adta. The ta has a fatha. Okay? Kama, say again.
Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriqi wal-maghrib.
MashaAllah, much better. When you say ba'id, the ba, we stretch 2 counts. Allahumma ba'id, ba'id. Bayni, say again.
Kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriqi wal-maghrib.
MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum. MashaAllah, jazakallah khair. Yeah, who else wants to say it? Sister Sana's mic is.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriqi wal-maghrib.
MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum. MashaAllah, good.
Can I ask my question now?
Yes, please. Yeah, yes, sister. Yeah.
So what I meant by that was ba'adta. I got the sukoon wala point, but what I'm trying to ask is there's no shadda on the ta, so why are we reading it twice? Like I can see in Allahumma there is shadda. So
yes, you're right. Yeah, I don't know why this one is not showing because sometimes some books, some writings have different. I will check, inshallah, I will check again in other books that is that a mistake or because I memorize like that too. Kama ba'atta bainal. That's why I'm saying it like that. But inshallah, I'll keep your question and I will check in other writings as well. Because some of the times, the writings are different. So maybe the shadda is missing here and or what is the reason? I'll find out and then inshallah next class I will let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Wayaki. Yeah, Jazakallah khair for pointing out. Yes, anybody else or everybody's done?
Mishal.
Mishal, yes, Sister Mishal. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
اللهم باعد بيني وبين خطاياي كما بعدت بين المشرق والمغرب.
Okay, when you say, Sister Mishal, when you say Allahumma, there is remember the first part of the throat we learned, Aqsal Halaq, the ha that comes from the chest. It's not a ha, not the middle one, the middle part of Aqsal Halaq. The ha, Allahumma, not the Allahumma. Say again, Allahumma ba'id.
اللهم باعد بيني وبين خطاياي كما باعدت بين المشرق والمغرب.
Yeah, better, alhamdulillah, but you need to work a little bit more on the ha. Allahumma, humma. Okay, feel in your chest.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's good, mashallah. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallah khair. So, inshallah, we finish our class here. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to memorize the Quran, to learn Quran, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the best, among the people of Quran. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us. Allah Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta as-sami'ul alim wa tub alayna innaka anta at-tawwabur rahim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.